Bub Nation, what is going on? We got some transfer portal news yesterday that I'm excited to talk about today. Do the Buffs possibly have their next starting center? I think they brought somebody to compete definitely with Zarian McGill. Y'all be sure smash that like, subscribe, join the conversation. Hope you guys are digging the new layout, man. I'm pumped about this. Put in way too much time on this stuff, but I think it's really cool. But we got two transfers to talk about. First, we're going to start with a Cooper Lovelace. And guys, how could you not want your offensive lineman? Boy, I mean, wow, talent. He's gonna be able to, get wide, when facing those pass rushers. Absolutely love it. Does he have a second career maybe in gymnastics? Quite possibly, but Cooper Lovelace, wonderful name, by the way. We got a guy starting on the offensive line by the name of Larry Johnson III, and now we got a guy named Cooper Lovelace. I love Lovelace. That's an awesome name, and I think that, 1, he's definitely buff because he said, "Forget Bill O'Boyle being over at Northwestern." He said, "Nah, man, we're done with Bill O'Boyle. I gotta get out of here." So, let's take a look at what he did this past year at Northwestern. And he's been in college for a while, guys. So he was a JUCO guy, I believe. Then was spent a couple years at USC. Spent last year at Northwestern. Started at left guard for pretty much the entirety of the season. Let's go over some statistics here and some grades. Run blocking grade 67.3. We definitely need that on this team. The pass blocking was not great at 55.2, but only gave up 1 sack, 18 pressures. Okay. 6 penalties, only 1 accepted. But this is what I find a little interesting, guys. Against Michigan, he did play center for some reason, only 10 snaps, which I find kind of interesting. And then he was back starting at left guard to finish the season against Illinois. But when you look at kind of the Buffs room, I feel very good about Xavier Hill starting at left guard. Of course, we have the man. Why am I blanking on his name? The guard that we got from Illinois right now. I'll bring that up. He'll be starting over at the right guard position. And right now, like Zarian McGill is kind of the only center with some experience that we have coming up from, I think, Louisiana Tech. But he wasn't even a starter last year. And that has been a huge concern for me right now coming into the season. Can we get a starting center? That's really the biggest question mark that we have right now. Now, Cooper Lovelace, he's coming in as a 7th-year guy. I believe he's got this extra year because of the JUCO rule right now, in which Preston Hodge is returning, and we got that Wyoming commit, right? But I would imagine if Cooper Lovelace is going to another school, right? He's going for the opportunity to play. Of course, I think he could provide some quality depth at the guard position no matter what. But I do wonder, being 6'5, 315, having 6 years of college football experience, if he's somebody, and at Northwestern for a year, you got to be smart, man, to be at Northwestern. Could he possibly come in and be our starting center for this season coming up here this fall in 2025? I think so, man. This isn't based on any information. This is just a hunch that I have with looking at who he is and what our glaring weaknesses right now are on the team. And I think center is that. Again, you can see 2022, 2023 didn't play too much, mainly played interior line. He played a little bit of right tackle as well. But 568 career snaps at the Power 4 level at left guard, 17 at right guard, 18 at right tackle, and only 10 at center. But I just got this feeling, guys, I just got this feeling that he is going to be working all over the interior of the line. And could this possibly be an upgrade over somebody like Zarian McGill? I think so. considering the fact that he started at Northwestern at the left guard position last year. Now, center's a little bit different. Could he possibly be a better pass blocker at the center position than left guard? I'll let you offensive line experts let me know on that. But this is one that I'm like very, very curious about. I'm very, very interested to see what's going on with Cooper Lovelace. We'll take a look at the our lads depth chart here too. Yeah, because right now, oh yeah, Zy Chrysler. He'll be playing left guard. We'll have Xavier Hill over there at the left guard position. Jordan Seaton, of course, at left tackle, and I think we'll have at the right tackle position um, Larry Johnson the third, transfer from Tennessee. So we'll see how this all goes. But right now, yeah, Yo-Yo and McGill are our only centers right now. Put Lovelace at center. That's what I'm saying, baby. Now, let's get to the other commit. We did have Coach Hart get another dog, baby. Get another dog. Oh man, I know people are upset about this one. Coach Hart going to work. Uh, getting Shaun Myers, 6'1, 220-pound inside linebacker from Northern Alabama. I almost said Arizona, but he played like a game and a half this past year, had a season ending injury. I'm not sure what that was. With my like 2 minutes of Googling, couldn't find anything other than that it was season ending. So y'all let me know. But in 2023, he absolutely crushed it for Northern Alabama. I believe they're in the FCS, but you can see, yeah, had over 60 tackles, which was great, 26 stops. Graded out decently, I feel like, in coverage at 58.8. Run defense at 71. That's what we really need him there for. No doubt about it. Tackling grade could be a little bit better. 14% missed tackle rate. Yeah, and only one penalty on the year, but you can see, I mean, mainly lined up 551 snaps at box linebacker. This is somebody that I just kind of see as like a Jalen Wester replacement or so, just like a depth piece right now to our linebacker core. It's always nice if we have one of our starters go down, have somebody that can step up in there that has like real college experience. I think Shaun Myers is that guy. Again, when we kind of take a look at who else we got in the linebacker room, I think Martavius French and Reggie Hughes will be that guy. After that, though, or those guys. After that, though, we got Jeremiah Brown, Kylan Salter. Again, Jalen Wester's out of here now. I think we got like uh, a true freshman or two that's also on the team that I can't even think of right now. I really need my coffee. But anyways, French, Hughes, I think those guys will be the guys. It's always nice to have some depth, some experience there, and that's how I see Shaun Myers. So maybe not the most earth shattering transfers, but at this point in the transfer portal cycle, hey, I will gladly take anybody with experience to help fill out this roster. And if we could find somebody who, again, I just need to see it with Zarian McGill. Um, I want to bring in competition. I hope that Cooper Lovelace is that competition for Zarian McGill. And let's take a look, guys, at who might be next. Who should we bring in next? I want to bring in another running back. That's what I want to do. But you can see right now, this is 24/7's top available guys still in the transfer portal. We have Ja'Kai Leftwich, an offensive tackle. Hey, I wouldn't mind bringing in some more offensive line talent. I think we're just fine at wide receiver here. Who else we got? But would you look at this, guys, at number 11 or 15, rather, the top running back in the portal as of May 31st is Isaiah Augusta. Virginia had that monopoly money for him. It didn't work out. Now he's a man without a team. Now I know we don't take back guys. I know we don't do that. Coach Prime doesn't do that. But we're talking about a running back room, man, that needs anybody, man. That's how I feel about Isaiah Augusta. Please come back, man. Please come back. If you're gonna jump to another school, you got to make sure those checks are real. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. But hey, come back. Come back. We miss you. I miss you. I want you back. Maybe Marshall Falk can teach you how to catch passes more. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it would be cool. Defensive line, there's some defensive linemen available here. But yeah, right now it's kind of slim pickings in the transfer portal. Not a lot going on. Again, no shade to Isaiah Augusta, but when the top running back, a top 15 guy in the transfer portal right now, is a guy that, rushed for like 390 something yards last year, it's kind of thin at this juncture. So we'll see what else, if the Buffs are able to add anywhere else. Again, I'll never say no to more offensive linemen coming out here. No doubt about it. But I had to put on the Ralphie horns. I was I was so excited that we brought in another offensive lineman, Cooper Lovelace, baby. Again, when you got an offensive lineman, just move like a ballerina. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, does this not show you that he's elite? I don't know what does. I don't know what else you need to see other than that. Man, this man's going to start for us. That's how I feel about it. So I'll get to a few of your comments, guys. We'll keep this as a pretty short live stream, but wanted to get on here, say hi to you guys. Hope you guys like the experiments I'm doing with the channel over here. Hope you guys are doing all right. So, all right. Hey, Keith, man, what's going on? Solid pickup for the Buffs. Cooper Lovelace, baby. That's what I'm freaking talking about. You guys think he'll play center? I mean, only 10 snaps, but hey, I like it. I like it. How many linemen do we have? Man, I don't know offhand, but we got enough for, I think, three, three teams right now. Chrysler, thank you. Ronald Randall saying he was going to be the starter for Northwestern in the spring, but who you think would be better center, him or McGill? See, I'm just going to go with Cooper Lovelace, man. He was starting at guard over at Northwestern. Now, is that verified information? Because usually when guys jump in the portal at this point, they might kind of be on the bubble in terms of being a starter at their former team, which is why they enter the portal. Usually you don't see guys at this juncture enter the portal if they're already kind of guaranteed a starting position. But yeah, I think, as much as I have disdain for Bill O'Boyle, man, I thought that Northwestern offensive line looked a lot better than ours. Sadly. Oh, man, sadly. And if they're going to say, hey, Cooper Lovelace, we're not going to have you, I think he would be an upgrade over here. Or, Keith, how could I not even think about this? This is a great idea, too. Put him at left guard and move Xavier Hill to play right tackle. He could do that as well. I think we got a lot more versatility than what we had on our line last year, which is great. Again, we just mainly had Jordan Seaton and then a bunch of guards. It's kind of like what we had outside of Philip Houston, but, he got hurt. We just had a bunch of guards. Now we got some guys I feel like that legitimately can play tackle, right tackle, maybe not at an elite level, but can they give us a serviceable level of tackle play? We'll have to see. Ronald Randall, offensive line looking loaded. Is that a potato or a peanut? I think the offensive line is looking better. Again, my biggest question mark is just center, but I think Gunnar White, he's done a great job so far. I think he has done a great job so far. Oh yeah, we got Mantrez Walker, Gage Goldberg. Do you think he's a better linebacker than those guys? Yeah, I think so. Day one, yeah, just because of the injuries, or just because of the experience, even though he's had some injuries. Yeah, but Jeremiah Brown was quite disappointing during that game, but nothing, Ronald, was more disappointing than freaking Ralphie Six, worst Ralphie of all time. I'm ready to get rid of her. I am wondering if she has a curse on the program right now to where we can never win a bowl game until we sacrifice her. I know that might get me shadow banned for saying, but that's how I feel about it, man. Ralphie Six pissed me off. We had people spending thousands of dollars to come to the Alamo Bowl. I'm here in San Antonio now, so at least I didn't have to travel, but we all dropped money for tickets. And to see her not give two craps there on the field, man, that was an embarrassment to this university. Pissed me off. Yeah. Hey, Shang, what's going on, man? Yeah, I figured Isaiah would have come back by now, man. Yeah, he got that monopoly money NIL deal. Too bad for him, man. I mean, 500K, that sounds great. I would leave too, but you got to make sure the money's real, man. But yeah, it ain't gonna happen. But we can hope. We can hope. But I am feeling good about the offensive line right now, and this goes back to a video that I was talking earlier this week about or maybe it was yesterday with the rushing. We were still last in rushing, 65 yards a game. I still think we got to be around that 160-yard, 150-yard a game. Maybe Kane Salter can give us 50 yards of rushing or so a game. So then we need our running backs to give us 100 yards. I think we can do that. Again, it's going to be on Pat Shermer, man. We got to have balance this year. We did not bring Marshall Faulk in to not give his guys the ball, right? Right? That's my hope. Man, let's hope we win the Big 12, man. If we got a real starting center right now, we could be in good shape. Need another young offensive lineman with about 3 to 4 years left, somebody the Buffs can develop. I would love that. Of course, we got that guy in from UCLA. We'll see what happens with him. But it would be nice to have another interior lineman that we can develop as well. We got 17 total offensive linemen, Mr. Maurice. Thank you. So you can fill out 3 teams with 2 extras. And we do have a lot of seniors. No doubt about it. Is Zy Chrysler, would he be better at right guard? Zy Chrysler is a right guard. I think that's mainly where he's played throughout his time at Illinois. I don't know why our lads had him over at left guard. Let me see. We'll pull this up. All right. Here we go. All right. 2024 Zy Chrysler. Yeah, you just started at right guard, part-time player, rotational guy. But yeah, he's actually taken no snaps ever at left guard throughout his career. As you can see, 1,800 total snaps at right guard. Yeah, mainly started, but seemed to be on like a rotation there at Illinois. They had a really good season this past year, then started at right guard in 23. I think that's when he was a Big Ten, like honorable mention player. And then in 2022 also started. So he's got a lot of starting experience at right guard, which I think is good. Yeah. So I think that he's definitely the right guard. Question marks are, I guess, right now, right tackle, center, and left guard. Kind of who are those guys? I think Xavier Hill will be one of those starters. Where does he end up on the line? I think you guys bring up a good point because he has also played right tackle. But I think their plan, well, I don't know. Was their plan to bring him at right tackle or guard? I can't remember. But you see here, played a lot of left guard this past year for Memphis. Also played some right tackle. And when you look at like his career snaps, of course, more so this year, he played left guard. or a little bit. But throughout his career, he has 990 or 55 snaps at right tackle and 742 at left guard, 365 at left tackle. Kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, I've always just kind of assumed he'd be at left guard, but maybe this gives you the flexibility to bring him in at right tackle instead, and then have Cooper Lovelace over at left guard. One positive is that I love the fact that we could actually have these conversations and not be absolutely freaking out about, do we have, again, not to pick on Tyler Brown, but I got to pick on Tyler Brown. I mean, we're having conversations about can he play right tackle? And this is a little bit different. These guys have kind of played all over the lines. That I feel like they're more productive and proven. So, yeah, this is a positive. We got some more versatility on the line, and I think it's great that we still have some competition on the offensive line for some of these positions. Mr. Maurice, Dave, the running back room is in good hands with Salter. He alone will change the game for CU. Man, that is really my hope, man. That is really my hope. I was talking a little while back about how Marshall Falk, we really need 1,000-yard rusher. I think if we're going to get some of these, uh, top recruits like that Edwards kid that visited, was it KJ Edwards? We need to show that we can rush. But then after I was doing that show, I was thinking, well, who's got the best odds to rush for 1,000 yards? And I'm like, yeah, it's definitely Caden Salter. So if we can have 1,000-yard rusher from the quarterback position and from the running back position, that's really good, man. Hey, what's going on, Radio Pastor? Hope you're doing well. Uh, the O line has to be much improved. The Georgia Tech game will determine that. You're absolutely right, Jesse. You're absolutely right. We're gonna get a pretty good test up front to know kind of how far away we are from having a good offensive line. I think so, man. I think Zy Chrysler might have been our best pickup as well. I think you can definitely argue that. RBs have to have a lot better vision and find the holes. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that, Jesse. Hopefully, Marshall Falk can teach these guys how to anticipate a little bit better. Nah, we can't. No, we can't. We can't do this. No, no. Jordan Seaton, man, he's our left tackle. That's the toughest position. You got to block our quarterback's blind side. That is so important. We got to have him at left tackle. So we'll see, man. Maybe we need to start a trend of bring back Isaiah. He's got a kid. Come on, bring him back now. Is he going to get the same NIL money he was probably getting beforehand? No. There got to be consequences. But Isaiah, please, please, I don't care what you got to do. I don't care how much you got to say sorry. If you got to apologize in front of the whole team, if you got to, wash the troughs over at Folsom Field, if you got to install the turf yourself, do whatever it takes to get back here in the Buffs backfield. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We need you here. So, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. Please be sure, smash that like, subscribe. I worked so hard on this layout. So, y'all let me know if you like it or not. If you guys got any ideas for tweaks. But I put the little flat irons in the background. I thought that was cool. But y'all have a wonderful Saturday. Hopefully, we get some more Buffs news soon. Go Buffs.